Hey, what's up everybody? Landon with LMR.com. My favorite day of the week, it's Dyno Day. We got a pretty cool one for you today. This is Tony Messina's 2004 Competition Orange Cobra. For those of you that watch our dyno videos, y'all probably remember Tony. He has the pretty trick Red Fire Cobra, Ford Racing Whipple Supercharger, all the good stuff. So this is his other Cobra, and it's the complete opposite of the spectrum. This one here is all stock with the exception of two things. Nitto 555 G2 tires and a Ford Racing differential cover. So exterior wise, you can see the awesome Competition Orange paint. Guys, this is about as good as you can get. Competition Orange for 2004. This is one of 281. Interior wise, dark charcoal with the dark charcoal micro suede inserts on the seats. And this particular car here has, there you go, 23,441.3 miles. So very, very good example of a 2004 Competition Orange Cobra. We'll get it up in the air, we'll get it strapped down, talk about a few things underneath, and then it's go time. All right, I gotta remember how to do a 9904 IRS car. I'm gonna go off the front here, control arm, clear the ABS wire. So this other part of the control arm should help keep it away from the exhaust. We'll try that. All right, so we're underneath Tony's car, the 0304 Cobra's T56 transmission, aluminum drive shaft, and 355 rear gear, right? 355 rear gear, and those, like I said, it's all stock other than the tires and the Ford Racing diff cover. Those are factory axle shafts. The 1-to-1 ratio for this car, we'll do it in fourth gear. So, got a strap around our control arm here. Some of these cars are tricky because you don't want your strap to get in the way of the exhaust while you're doing a dyno pull, because that wouldn't be good. But we'll get it strapped down and then take a look, see what we have in the engine bay. All right. At those, see if we.
What you doing?
I'm thinking. If I want to go 4.
I think you go with 2. It doesn't go over 400, right?
I may just go from the same spot. Nah, dude, this is a Cobra. Makes all the power. Because the Cobras, 0304 Cobras, make all the power. They're the greatest of all time, as the kids would say, the GOAT. Yeah, that'll work. I like it. I'm gonna go off the sway bar, that way we don't scratch up the K member. All right, so up front, we're strapping it down. Stock exhaust manifolds, stock mid pipe. For those that don't know, the new Edge cars, they still had 4 catalytic converters, or exits to the stock H pipe, and then the stock catback. And then, like I said, I'm gonna go off the sway bar here. That way we just don't scratch up his K member, because typically I'll hook them from like inside here or something. All right, we'll go ahead and lower it down. Everything all tightened up. You did good on cleaning those wheels, Tony. Those are great. All right, I found it. This is our super secret 96 to 04 4-valve Coil-on-Plug hold down bracket.
How's it work?
Obviously, the factory Coil-on-Plug hold down is a cover as well. You see the gasket. It's probably fine under wide open throttle pulls. You know, you don't ever want to run the risk of a Coil-on-Plug shooting off. We made this little bracket to hold them down.
Now, is there a torque spec for this?
There's no torque spec. Basically, you'll just.
But Landon, won't that mess with the dyno numbers?
No. Torque spec gurus.
There's no pressure.
Off with his head. Kind of jank, but it works. All right, now we'll strap it down. No particular order on these at all. Front, back, whichever way, as long as they're just tight. Kind of glancing over the car one more time. We've kind of discussed what it has. Really, the only other thing relative to the dyno would be the octane rating of the fuel, and Tony runs 93 octane in this car, so that's it. You folks ever take your car to get a dyno tuned, or just get it dynoed period, and they tell you a price, there's a reason for that price. Strapping cars down and doing this stuff isn't easy. All right, so typically on the back straps, cars that make a little bit of power, I always roll 4 straps like we talked about earlier. And then typically I usually do 2 straight back and then cross 2. That way you don't get any side to side movement of the car. Typically I just snug them down to where it takes just the right amount of effort to crank them down. And I usually find that that's the sweet spot. Before I crank on them all the way though, I always make sure I got them all snug and then go around and click, 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 click. So back here, this is our air line, connected to air supply, pretty simple. This supplies us air to our dyno drum. There's a big regulator and a big vacuum tank down here. And whenever you activate the brake, of course, the electrical signal says, hey, apply brake. And there's big old shoes that grab that drum to stop it. All right, we'll double check these front ones. They're good. Got our tack pickup on. Here's a controller we use in the car. That basically tells you the run has started, and then this activates the brake, just like that. All right, I guess the last thing to do, we'll check torque specs on our rear wheels. You know, I put the wheels on it yesterday, or switched the wheels out yesterday. The torque's good, but it never hurts to double check. Because you don't want a wheel flying off. Personally, I've never had it happen, and I don't want it to happen. These cars here, the half 20 thread pitch studs, they torqued off 100 pound-feet. If you don't torque the wheels, I'm sure you've seen other YouTube videos out there of wheels falling off. You don't want that to happen. That's why you torque the wheels. But we're good to go, straps are tight, all that good stuff. Got our fan set up. Probably gonna let it run for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, get some heat in it, and then we'll do a full pull. Oh man, gotta love an 0304 Cobra. All right, people, let's check out some numbers on Tony's 2004 Competition Orange Cobra. I didn't mention before we made the run, the supercharged 4.6 liter double overhead cam engines in 2003 and 2004 are rated at 390 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. Well, we know as years have gone on, people were first buying these and putting them on dynos that Ford underrated these engines, and we proved that yet again. Went ahead and did 2 runs on Tony's Cobra. First one was 394.2 horsepower at 6,100 RPM. Gave us 377.4 pound-feet of torque at 3,100 RPM. Run 2 pretty much mirrored the first run, 394.2 horsepower at 6,100 and 376.6 pound-feet of torque at 3,800 RPM. And man, just look at those graphs, and you gotta love root style supercharger. Torque comes on and just holds steady throughout the entire RPM range. So kind of neat, man. This is a blast from the past. You know, bone stock 2004 Cobra. I mean, shoot, 2004, what was I? I was probably a sophomore, I think. No, I was a freshman, 8th grader freshman. Kind of vaguely remember these cars coming out, so it's pretty neat to hop in one and get to dyno it. So if y'all appreciate this stuff, like the video, subscribe to our channel, make sure those notifications are turned on, and until we catch you in the next one, y'all know what to do for all things 79 to present Mustang. Keep it right here at the Real Enthusiasts, LMR.com.